Good morning, my dear children. Welcome all of you to this video session. Today, we are going to discuss about the topics related to the third lesson in economics named production function. Children, so far we have studied about the different types of outputs: total output, average output, marginal output. And in this module, we'll discuss about the relationship between the cost and the output. Children, what is about the cost? Cost means we just think that in our day-to-day life we purchase many commodities, right? And we'll ask, what about the cost? Cost means, in simple manner, we can say that the money expenditure incurred upon the different commodities, right? Yes. So here also in this production function, cost refers to the total money expenditure incurred by the firm for the purchase of the inputs required for the production process. So children, you know that production function means it is the functional relationship between the inputs and the outputs. And we know that inputs are required to produce the final outputs. So here, firm the total cost incurred to what? Purchase the required inputs for the production process. The total money expended by the firm to purchase the required inputs for the production process is called as cost. So children, that is the cost output relationship. And the cost output relationship has two aspects, that is related to the short run and in the long run. The short run is a period which does not permit alterations in the fixed equipment and in the size of the organization. So children, we have already studied about what is the difference between the short run period and the long run period. In the short run period, I told you that some of the factors are fixed and some of the factors are variable. So here, no such alterations in the fixed equipment and in the size of the organization. But whereas the long run is a period in which there is sufficient time to alter the equipment and the size of the organization, and the output can be increased without any limits being placed by the fixed factors of production. So children, in this long run, we are getting enough time to alter all the factors of production. But in the short run, we know that, yes, only a short duration. So in such a duration, what we'll do, we'll just change only the variable factors while keeping the fixed factors constant. So children, this is about the cost output relation related to the time periods. Then cost output relationship in short run. Here, the short run may be studied in terms of average fixed cost, average variable cost, and average total cost. Short run may be studied in terms of three costs related to average fixed cost, average variable cost, average total cost. Average fixed cost. What is that? The greater the output, the lower the fixed cost per unit. That is the average fixed cost. Total fixed cost remains the same and do not change with a change in output. So we have studied that in the short run, as we are keeping the fixed factors of production constant, right? What happens to that cost? It also remains the same. No changes for such a, yes, whatever the changes happen to the output also, no changes in this average fixed cost. Next is average variable cost. The average variable cost will first fall and then rise as more and more units are produced in a given place. So what about this average variable cost? At first what it happens to that? It will first fall and then rises. Why? Because we know that as the production process increases, what we'll do? We will employ more and more units of labor. So what happens to that? The cost incurred for such variable factor increases. So the example is also given as electricity's charge and the labor cost. Right? So all these cost changes according to the, as we gradually moves to the production process, what happens to that average variable cost? It also changes. The next one is average total cost. It is also known as average cost. Average total cost is also known as average cost. What happens to that? It would decline first and then rise upwards. How, children? Because we know that average cost means, yes, that is average total cost is equals to average fixed cost and average variable cost. So what happens to the average variable cost? Gradually I told you that if we employ more and more units of variable factor, the average, what happens to that cost also? Total cost also changes. It increases. The average cost consists of average fixed cost plus average variable cost. Average fixed cost continues to fall with an increase in output, while average variable cost first declines and then rises. When the rise in average variable cost is more than the drop in average fixed cost, that the average total cost will show a rise. So children, this is about the what average, what fixed cost, average variable cost and the average total cost. So this is actually what average cost means. It is the what sum up of average fixed cost and the average variable cost. So this is the manner of the relationship between what the short run relationship between the cost and the output. So children, I hope this session is clear for you. Thank you children for watching this video.